put this on record. Welcoming all of you to the 4th session of Connection with Ancestors. And I'm feeling so overjoyed as I'm looking at all of you. Thank you so much for coming in, trusting this space. It requires a lot to open up and have the courage to connect, actually, because we have all become very comfortable with disconnection somehow. And thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for coming on video on my request for this small meditation. So let's just begin by folding our hands. Okay, folding our hands, looking at each other, right? So we are folding our hands, we're looking at each other. We don't have to close our eyes. And we just need to breathe with each other with slight mouth open. Okay. We can look at each other and breathe, witnessing each other. Even if it's a little uncomfortable, try it. And slowly bring one hand towards the camera and one hand on your chest. Okay. And as we bring this hand in front of the screen, we imagine invisibly holding hands with each other, forming a connection in this moment with each other, as we are all here collectively to receive something that will help each one of us. So feel the connection with this breath. And you bring your hand from the camera in front of the other hand. Okay. So now you have both your hands here and you breathe again into your heart chakra. Close your eyes this time. And let this energy spread inside of your body. This energy of connection go inside of your body and let it spread. Let it go wherever it wants to go. And as you feel open to receiving, you slowly put your hands on your lap, relax it, and you slowly open your eyes. Yeah. I'll just put this in gallery 1 second so that I can see all of you. Yeah, okay. So today's theme, I want to begin with today's theme. Today's theme is about recognizing that love never leaves, actually. You know, whenever we think of ancestors, the word ancestor, it feels like not just the person has left, it feels like the love has left. However, that is not true. That is fundamentally not true. What has left is this person's life in that body, but my connection to this person, the love that was there, is still with me, and I have full access to it if I allow. Why am I saying this? Is because our hearts have a different rhythm of healing than our mind. Okay. What we suffer in our mind when someone leaves, we might feel that I won't be able to trust love again. I won't be able to be open to connection again, because one day everyone will go, right? with every death that we face directly or indirectly in life, our trust in connection, in attachment, in love, it starts diminishing simply because we don't learn to heal our hearts. We are very much occupied with the brain, with the mind. We don't allow ourselves to listen to the voice of our heart. When someone is leaving, it is our heart that breaks. However, we try to heal it with our mind, with logic. That doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. We need to understand life and love in two different ways. One is from the mind and one is from your heart. Both have different rhythms, both have different healing patterns. Okay? So I'm saying this again. The theme is to feel the love, knowing that love never leaves. Whatever leaves is something different, but love never leaves. It is we who believe that love has left, but love never leaves. Okay? So I have a question with each one of you, and you all have to share your first thought with me. Okay? Your first thought. So tell me, what do you think is your inner beauty? Okay? We have seen beauty being defined in a very narrow way all around us, and we might confuse ourselves by saying things like, I'm not beautiful, or maybe I'm not beautiful as this person. We try to compare. Again, the mind is coming in. However, beauty is not something that you can look at from your mind. You need to look at from your heart. So take a moment, close your eyes, breathe into your heart, and let a visual, let a thought, let anything that wants to come up, let it come up, and see what is your inner beauty. Is it your ability as a friendship? Is it your sense of humor? Is it the way you tell stories? Is it the way you are? Is it the way you dress? It can be absolutely anything. What do you think is your inner beauty? Tell me the first thought that comes to you. There can be more than one, by the way. There can be many aspects of us which we feel is beautiful. But I want you to recognize one for today. Ramya says kindness, and I see my younger version. Love me, care. I'm not getting you exactly. Sonal, do you mean care? Right. My honesty, Sneha says my honesty, my willingness to trust. Shreya says my caring nature. Sonal says loving and caring, yes. Okay, loving and caring. Shivapriya says understanding. Vida says the ability of my heart to open so wide. Wow. And Mohit says, I'm very much direct and straightforward. I don't know if you consider this beauty. So that's what, Mohit, you need to consider it as beauty. It's your beauty. When you look at it as beauty, you exude that, and you will, allow others also to look at it as beauty. So don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Even if someone doesn't consider it as beauty, it is their point of view. Right? So yeah, I'm very much direct and straightforward. That goes for Mohit.
Yeah, generally, I definitely consider this as a beauty, that I have the ability to say anything and everything which is there in my heart. But while you were asking it, I was trying to think it from, because it was your question, so from your point of view.
Okay, but no. So thank you, Mohit, for saying this. I want to put this out very clearly. Whatever I am asking, you need to think from your point of view. You need to answer from your point of view. The question can come from anybody, me or anybody. Even if you are going through social media, you can have so many questions that you come across. That doesn't mean you need to go into their brain and think about their point of view. No. You need to go inside of your brain, your body, think of your point of view and stand by it lovingly, right? So yes, Mohit says direct and straightforward. So I have all of your answers, right? So take a moment and acknowledge this as your inner beauty. So tell yourself mentally, you can close your eyes for this for like 10 seconds and just tell yourself that I am willing to acknowledge my, whatever you said, say that. I'm willing to acknowledge this as my inner beauty. So, for example, Ramya says, I'm willing to acknowledge my kindness as my inner beauty. That's what makes me beautiful. Shreya says about her caring nature. So, all of you, please acknowledge your inner beauty and breathe in that energy. Breathe in that energy. Right? All right. So I have some new joiners. One is Devesh, and is there anyone else who joined after this exercise? No, I think. So Devesh, we will just give 1 minute to Devesh so that he can recognize his inner beauty. All right. We all can hold space. So Devesh, I would request you to simply breathe, close your eyes, breathe into your heart, and ask yourself, what about me is my inner beauty? What do I consider as my beauty? And trust your first thought and tell us.
That I want to spread joy.
The ability to spread joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take a moment and acknowledge this. Close your eyes and acknowledge this, that I'm willing to acknowledge that my ability to spread joy is what makes me beautiful, is what is my inner beauty. Breathe into this part of you, acknowledge this, and stay with it in your heart. Okay. So yeah, thank you all of you for holding space for the new joiner. Thank you, Devesh. And going ahead, I would request all of you, you have written your answers, right? Now I would like you to think of an ancestor, and I'll go one by one to each one of you. So starting with, so I'll have to open the chat box, 1 second. So starting with Ramya. Ramya, you said kindness. Which of your ancestor comes to your mind when you think about kindness? Who do you see as very kind when you look at your ancestors?
The first thought is my own mother.
Okay, okay. And yeah, by the way, when I say ancestors, it doesn't mean that you will not get impression of someone who is living. It can also be someone who is living. So if that comes up, trust that. Okay, you can trust that. So Ramya says mom. Okay. Then loving and caring. Sonal said loving and caring. So Sonal, who from your family do you see as loving and caring? Dad. Sonal says dad. All right. Going to Shreya. When you say caring nature, who in your family do you see as caring? Shreya, the first one that comes to your mind?
So who is living is also an option, right?
Yes, yes.
My mother.
My mother. All right. Sneha says, my honesty and willingness to trust. Sneha, who do you see in your family as honest and someone who is willing to trust? Yeah. Sneha, you're there? Yeah. My Dadaji and Nanaji. All right. Coming to, we did work with Sona, right? Coming to Shivapriya, understanding. Who do you see as understanding, Shivapriya? Your mom. All right. Coming to Vida, the ability of my heart to open so wide. Who does that remind you of, Vida, from your family?
It's my grandmother from the mother's side, but I thought that the parents are excluded, so I did not think of them.
That's
So
fine. That's fine. Maternal grandmother. Mohit, who do you see in your family as someone who has been very direct and straightforward? Mohit says his father. And Devesh, who do you see in your family as someone who has the ability to spread joy?
My father.
Devesh says father. So has everyone answered this? Right? Ramya, we started with Ramya, right? Okay. Okay. So now that you see this inner beauty in you, and you see someone who might have been a medium of giving that to you, it's a moment to sit back. Okay, sit back and close your eyes and visualize this person whom you have named just now. Just visualize this person, whether it is your mom, your dad, your Dadaji, Nanaji, your maternal grandmother Vida. Please visualize them. Mohit, I would request you to close your eyes, sit back, and visualize your father as much as you can, okay? Just trust. And breathe with them. You can see them at a comfortable distance and just breathe with them, look into their eyes. And you tell them that I'm willing to acknowledge my inner beauty. I'm willing to see beauty in this part of me that comes from you. And when you look at them and you tell this to them, observe the reaction on their face, how they respond. Observe that, breathe into that, allow your body to receive it. Breathe into your body. And then behind them, you visualize their parents and their parents and everyone behind them who has the same quality, who are the carriers of the same quality, who has given it to them and therefore to you. Just visualize whoever shows up. It can be few of them, many of them. Everyone behind them with this quality will show up standing behind them. Get a sense of all of these people and observe how it feels to your body when you look at all of them having this ability that you now see as your beauty. And you tell them, help me in embodying this beauty of me. Help me in loving this part of me. Help me in making space for this part of me. And also help me so that I don't judge this part of me. You don't have to judge this part of you. There are so many people in your family who love this about you. So you now go and stand in front of them such that they are all behind you. Okay, so you turn yourself and you go and stand in such a way that all of them are behind you now. And feel their blessings coming into your body from behind, such that you can lean back. So wherever you are right now, lean back a little. Lean back a little. And feel the support of all of them blessing you, loving you, and understanding all of your choices, understanding your beauty. Feel their love and breathe into it. And you tell them that I'm willing to receive love from all of you. I'm willing to receive support from all of you. I know I'm not alone. And I'm willing to see beauty in all of you. Tell yourself in this moment as you lean back and you just receive love and support, you tell yourself mentally that from now on, I'm willing to cherish myself. I'm willing to cherish my inner beauty, myself, and I'm willing to make space for it. I know I'm supported and loved. And see how you feel, how your body feels when you say that. Breathe into your body, into your head, down to your neck, traveling to your shoulders, to your hands, down to your chest and stomach, and further down to your pelvis and your legs. Breathe into this feeling. Breathe into this trust and love. And once you feel you are ready to let them go, take your time, keep breathing. Slowly you can let them go and you can come back to the here and now. Yeah. Just holding space for everyone to come back to the here and now. Will someone like to share how was this experience for you? Would someone like to share what happened? What did you experience? You can just raise your hand and I will ask. Or if someone wants to write in the chat box in a word, how does it feel? Even that is fine. So yeah, Ramya, tell us.
Yeah. So when I entered this session, I was actually exhausted. I did a couple of things over the day, so I was actually exhausted. But this short exercise, leaning over there's a lot of release in the back of my head. I'm feeling very calm, supported. When you said when you're ready, you can come out. I gave a jerk like I wanted to come out, but then again I wanted to be held for some more time. So I let that also happen. Now I'm like feeling very relaxed and I just want to go and sleep.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And this image is a healing image, Ramya. You can always access to it. You can breathe and close your eyes and just allow the image to come in and feel that you're held and supported whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel alone, and allow yourself to look at your beauty and just access to this image and breathe in your body. So this stays with you. Okay, this is something that stays with you. So take it with you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, Mohit, coming to you.
So I don't know what will you consider it, because when you were giving instructions, I was there consciously with the instructions up to some point, and then suddenly slipped into my subconscious, which means I felt sleepy. I started drowsing, and your instructions were going in my head. I was visualizing them now with half consciousness. And then I'm just sharing my experience, and then I was going deep in my sleep. But your voice was there. I was hearing it. I was trying to visualize them. I was talking to them, and then suddenly, and yes, in this process, I missed a lot of your dialogues as well. And then I was, and then yes, as you said, come back. I came back, so I don't know. Was it really good, something which happened, or I really missed something? I don't know.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing, Mohit. And this, so I would like to share something. So because you have shared this, in my initial sessions that I used to receive from my mentors, this used to happen a lot, when I used to drift into some drowsy state, and it used to make me feel that I did not follow. However, when I discussed it with my mentors, I realized that this is a deep state of healing that my body is going through, and it is okay to not have conscious recognition of it, and it is okay to not follow each and every word, because it is the energy that you are following. Actually, it is not about the words. Like I said in the beginning, the heart heals in a different way than the mind. So your mind might be giving you a lot of stories about whether it worked or not, but in your heart it worked. So listen to your heart and don't bother about listening to all instructions or not listening, because the energy went into your system and it did whatever it has to do. Going into a state of drowsiness, having burps, having to yawn a lot is actually sign that my body is going through a co-regulation, healing. My nervous system is relaxing in a way. So it's good, actually. That's what I would like to say. Okay.
I mean to put this in simple words. I can say I was sleepy or I slept in between.
Yeah, which is good. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so make it simple. You don't have to complicate. Listen to your body, see how your body feels, and your mind might be telling you certain things. Those are separate in itself. So don't worry. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Shreya.
Thanks, Mohit, to bring this up because actually I felt the same, and I knew I'm not sleepy, but I don't know how it. And I thought not to share over here. I was like, maybe because of tiredness, I was sleepy. But yeah, when Mohit told, yeah, I could relate to it. So after a certain point of time, so this image I was visualizing in my mother's flat, I could see her, and then I can see my maternal grandparents and everyone. So that image was there, and after a certain point of time, it seemed like I'm talking to my mother and also my maternal grandmother. And I knew you were speaking something, I was able to hear, but then I was controlling myself, like not to sleep or something like that. And I felt it very abnormal for me. I don't know. So yeah, really thanks to bring this up.
Thank you, Shreya. And what I would like to say is, when we feel held after a long time, maybe for the first time, when we feel held and supported, our bodies are somewhere so tired that it wants to sleep immediately. It feels rested immediately. It wants to go off to that peaceful sleep, and it's a good sign. It means I have received that support in some way. I'm allowing myself to receive. So that is beautiful, is what I would say. If you can allow yourself to release that tiredness and sleep immediately, so many people struggle with sleeping, and if you can allow yourself to sleep for those few moments, it means somewhere that I'm allowing myself to be held. Maybe I'm someone who doesn't ask a lot for support in real life. And when I receive it, it makes me feel that I want to sleep off. So it's beautiful. And please go back to this image, Shreya. Go back to this image, Mohit. Allow yourself to feel this support. Imagine them behind you. Breathe into your beauty. And it can unleash a lot of possibilities. Okay. So do that. Thank you, Shreya. So it's okay, Mohit. Tap into the energy. Okay. So Shivapriya said, I felt supported and loved. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Sneha says, it was beautiful. I felt the blessings of matriarchy and patriarchy. Amazing. Thank you. I felt belonged. Devesh says, thank you so much. That's beautiful. Go back to this image. Feel this feeling as many times as you want. Okay. It is yours. This is your healing image. Okay. Yeah, anyone left? Sonal, how was it for you? Since everyone here is sharing, I would like to know.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm having a little cough, so sort of.
No worries.
It was nice. I just don't know where I went. I don't know the words to tell you where I went.
Yeah.
I was somewhere, but I don't know where. But I have one negative thing also. For my father and for my great grandfather, I have that support and love. But for my grandfather, I have a little bit of bitterness. I don't know, but that came into play. जैसे मेरे पीछे पापा खड़े, उनके पीछे उनके पापा खड़े, उनके पीछे उनके पापा खड़े. इतना जनरेशन लाइन मुझे पता है या मैंने सुना है उनके बारे में. So for my father and my great grandfather, I had the love and support. And for my grandfather, I had a bit of negative feeling, gussa, anger tha mere paas mein. So
okay. So when you said loving and caring, Sonal, okay, do you see your grandfather also as loving and caring?
No, I think he didn't give the love and support to my father, but my great granddad did.
Okay, so for this exercise, this particular exercise, okay, you can deal with this bitterness separately with your grandfather. For this exercise, visualize people whom you see as loving and caring in your system and feel their support from behind. And then you can work with your grandfather separately. You don't restrict yourself from receiving love, because maybe you have some work left here to do with your grandfather, you can do it separately. Just separate the two things so that you can see your inner beauty irrespective of whatever there is in this dynamic. Right, Sonal? So
Yeah.
you allow yourself to visualize people with whom you can feel this love and care, and you do this again with yourself and see how it feels, okay, whenever you have the time and
Yeah,
space.
no, thank you. The people who support, only that in the vision.
In this visual, in this particular visual, because we must allow ourselves to receive love and care in whatever way we can receive, and other things we can take care of separately, right? We don't have to bring everything together in one image.
Brilliant.
Right?
Thank you.
That is like being very strict with yourself. Don't be that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Most welcome. Thank you for sharing, Sonal. Thank you so much. All right. So as I started today, that the theme is understanding love from a perspective that love never leaves. And even if someone becomes an ancestor, it doesn't mean that our relationship with them, our love with them has to end. That is something that we also deal with in our life when it comes to endings. For example, a relationship that has ended. For example, a job that I have switched, which means that one job has to come to an end. Another new business that I'm doing, which means one business has to come to an end. So we must have all gone through some or the other form of endings in life, right? When I say this, what does it remind you of? Just maybe write in a very few words in the chat box, as briefly as possible, any ending that has been very difficult for you. Any ending that has been difficult for you. It can be death of somebody, it can be an end of a friendship, a relationship, a job, a business, absolutely anything. Choose anyone, Mohit. Anyone. Anyone, randomly, by priority, anything. Someone says, when I lost my job last year, I felt so abandoned and rejected. Ending of friendship abruptly. Me getting separated from my parents at the age of 3. Leaving my school and schoolmates after my class 10th. Thank you, Mohit. Someone wants to say and not type, they can say, by the way. Shreya says, ending of my journey in my parents' house once I got married. I miss them each and every day. Yeah. Waiting for others. I want everyone to choose one thing. Please choose one thing. Who has not chosen? So I'm bad at this tracking, by the way. So please forgive me if I miss someone. Leaving school friends and moving to other city. Okay. I think Ramya is left.
Yeah, Shruti, I just lost connection in between, so I missed what you asked to choose.
So my question is, we all have gone through endings in life, Ramya, right? in terms of ending a friendship, ending a relationship, ending a job for another job. So some or the other way we have faced some endings. When I say this, whatever ending it reminds you of, just mention that. Something that ended in your life and it troubled you in any way. And like, if you can look at the answers in the chat box, you'll realize. So just holding space till Ramya responds. And then I have another question, very beautiful question for all of you. Today's theme is also beauty. Okay. When you look into the mirror next time, kindly mute yourself. Yeah. Thank you. So whenever you look at yourself in the mirror next time, remind yourself of this beauty and look into your eyes, please, even if it is uncomfortable. See your beauty when you look into the mirror. You don't have to look at the mirror from the point of view of somebody else, right? You need to look into the mirror from your own point of view. Ramya says, few college friends ended abruptly. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. So now so this is a request, by the way, before I ask this question, you all have to respond with your first instinct, the first word, the first thought that comes to you. Okay, everyone, don't analyze, don't think much. Just rely on your first thought. Sonal says, ending of relation with self, now finding it again. Okay. It's a little complicated if you can simplify, but okay, I will take it. Okay. Okay. So all of you, so I'm going to ask this one by one so that it is easier for each one of you. Starting with Vida. So Vida, you spoke of losing your job last year, feeling abandoned and rejected. Tell me the first. Okay, thank you. So tell me the first word, and you can type it in the chat box, or you can say it actually. The first word that comes to you when I ask, how did you feel when you started your job? The same job that you have written about. What was your feeling when you started this job?
I don't remember anymore.
You don't remember. Go with your first instinct. Go with your first instinct. How did it feel in the beginning of the journey?
Oh, very nervous.
Very nervous. Does it also have excitement or in it, or only nervousness?
Perhaps there's excitement as well. Sometimes there's a thin line between excitement and nervousness, you know.
Yeah.
So it could be excitement as well.
Yeah. So in the beginning, there is a mix of nervousness and excitement in the beginning of a new journey, right?
Yeah.
Which is true for you when it comes to this job. So just stay with this, okay? Stay with this answer of yours and observe this feeling of nervousness and excitement and see where in the body do you feel it. Just observe and make a mental note. You don't have to say it. Make a mental note. Where do you feel it? Okay, this nervousness and excitement. Nervousness also shows us how we are alive and looking forward sometimes to something. So stay with that energy and see how it helps you actually. How nervousness helps you. Just be in that energy for a while. Going to Sonal. I'm going to your first answer, Sonal, okay? So ending of friendship abruptly. Is this a specific friendship?
Yeah, not very specific friendship, but in my college times only, we used to have a very big group of 4 or 5 friends. But it was an engineering college, so by the end of third year, we were all very fed up with each other. So we separated into smaller groups.
Okay. So my question to you is, Sonal, how did you feel in the beginning of that friendship? What about that friendship felt good to you in the beginning when you entered into that friendship? Tell me the first word that comes to you. Word, if not sentence.
Belongingness.
Belongingness. Right. Okay. Stay with that feeling of belongingness and stay with that feeling of belongingness that friendship gave you. Okay. Just stay with that feeling. So Mohit, when you say leaving my school and schoolmates after class 10, so tell me one thing that made you feel good about having these friends till your class 10. One thing that really made you feel good about having these people with you, whatever thing comes to your mind. The first word, how did it make you feel?
Belongingness. Feeling
Belonged.
belong to them. Yes, because from my class nursery till class 10th, I've spent so many years with same faces, same people.
Right. So feeling belonged, right? Stay with that feeling of belongingness and remind yourself of how being with them made you feel belonged. Just whatever glimpses come to you, stay with that. So coming to Shreya. Shreya, what about staying in your parents' house made you feel so good? What would you like to remind yourself that you miss actually? What you miss about staying with them? Whatever comes to your mind, the first thought. First word. You're on mute.
Sorry. So it's a mixed feelings I have in my parents' house also. So there was positive as well as negative. But when I compare it after I got married, I feel that was much like I got love and support more over there. So maybe a comparison is there when I say this.
So can we go with love and support? A feeling of love and support that I have felt in my parents' house. Can you just be in the energy of how you have felt love and support in your parents' house? Right? Okay. Shivapriya. Before moving to the other city, when you were with your school friends, what about being with them was most beautiful for you?
Support.
Support. Yeah. Stay with the energy of support that you have had because of these friends in your life. Okay. Just stay with that. The same question. So now you guys already know my question, very clearly. So going to Ramya. And thank you everyone, by the way, for holding space. Thank you. So Ramya, I think Ramya has left. Yeah, she's not here. Anybody that I have not asked, did I miss anyone? Please. Yeah, Devesh, thank you for raising your hand. You're on mute, Devesh. Can you unmute here?
Yeah. Can you please repeat the question actually?
So, what was your answer? Wait.
Getting separated from my parents at the age of 3.
Right. Getting separated from my parents at the age of 3. So you need to go with the first word that comes to you. Okay. When I ask this, what about staying with my parents till the age of 3 was most beautiful to my inner child? What about staying with them was most beautiful?
I felt at ease. And I didn't worry. Yeah. Actually, till the time I was with them, I didn't had. I never felt that I have to please someone.
So coming back to the first word, which is I felt at ease. Right?
I could have been myself.
So I can be myself when I'm at ease. So find a body part, okay, where you want to feel this ease now. All of you, find a body part, okay, where you want to feel this, for example, and you can choose randomly. Trust your random thoughts, okay? Don't analyze. Where would you want to anchor this nervous and excitement energy? Mohit, where would you like to anchor this belongingness? There was someone else who said belongingness. Please find a body part. Where would you like to anchor this love and support, Shreya? Support. I think Sonar also said support. So find a body part, okay? And type that body part in the chat box. Please type that body part in the chat box, wherever you want to anchor this feeling, the most beautiful feeling that came up. I know this is getting extended a little. Stay with me. Another 10 minutes. Okay, okay. Chest, solar plexus, heart, my left palm, heart. Left shoulders. All right. So you have now found your body part where you want to anchor this, right? So just close your eyes and put one hand on that body part, wherever that body part is. Okay. Your heart, your palm, your shoulders, head, wherever you want to anchor. And repeat this sentence. Okay. Breathe into this body part. So whether you breathe into your solar plexus and just say this to yourself, I choose to remember the feeling, the most beautiful feeling that I had with you. When I say you visualize your parents, Devesh, whether you visualize your job, people who have mentioned friends, you visualize your friends, okay? So visualize this aspect that you have mentioned, look at this and you touch your body part and you look at this part of your life that has ended, but you look at it and you tell yourself, I choose to remember the beauty of what you gave me when I had you. I don't choose to remember how I felt when it ended. I choose to remember the feeling of belongingness, love and support, the feeling of ease, the feeling of excitement when I had you. And you breathe into that feeling in your body part, everybody. I choose to acknowledge that everything is anyway one day coming to an end, just like my life. So endings are natural. I choose to acknowledge that endings are natural. I choose to love my fate, and I choose to remember the beautiful energy that you all gave me till I had you. Please, please breathe into this and anchor it in your body parts, respective body parts. And see how it feels when you look at them now. When you choose to remember what it gave you, just see how it feels and find a place to have that energy in your body. Bring back belongingness, bring back your excitement, your love and support, your ease. Breathe into your body. And anchor it in your body part. And slowly, when you start feeling good about this aspect in front of you, When I say good, it's just, natural. When you are ready to let it go, you can come back and open your eyes. Yeah. The only thing that I would like to say at the end of this, and I would like to take your, experience and takeaways. But the only thing that I want to say at the end of this activity is that we are very much preoccupied with how things ended, and we don't allow ourselves to anchor the beauty, the feelings that we lived with those things in life that we've had. It is up to us to choose what we will remember. We can remember the ending, or we can remember the most beautiful aspects of the beginning of that dynamic, that relationship, that job, or anything for that matter. So it is up to us what we choose to remember. We have that power of choice, and we are naturally somehow wired to focus a lot on endings, but we can bring ourselves back into the journey, the dynamic, the beauty of every aspect that life has given us. Okay, so that is what I would like to say. And just maybe all of you can mention how did it feel to go through this experience in the chat box. Maybe one word to share how did it feel. And we'll do a very short round of takeaways and we'll end the call. Okay, so maybe just one word, or if you want to come off mic and speak, you can do that. Like, you can raise your hand, I will call you. So recollected a lot of memories with my family, mostly happy moments. Amazing. My heart is so full of love and support. Thank you. Thank you, Shivpriya. Thank you so much. Brought back good feelings. Wow. Most welcome. All right. Anyone else? Or we'll go to takeaways shortly. Right, you can keep writing, I will see. So who would like to share their major takeaway from today's session? Any takeaway? What has been your major takeaway? Give voice to that, and we'll end with that. So starting with Vida. Vida, what has been your takeaway for today?
For me, it's about acknowledging, remembering, and respecting our ancestors. So lately, what I have been noticing in my journey is that I've been doing a lot of ancestral healing. So yeah, so I really appreciated that. I saw your message in Facebook today. I only joined that group and I saw it, and that word ancestors just called me. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can learn from the ancestors, and I love it when you ask us to find that inner beauty in us, and then remember who it is, and it's my maternal grandmother, and
Wow.
and that made me inspired also to do that even outside this session.
Yeah.
Find all these good qualities and then attribute to them. Thank you so much.
So true. Thank you for sharing.
Welcome.
Right. Yeah. Devesh says, so is this your takeaway, Devesh?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. So your takeaway is felt like it is not important to sacrifice in life. Sacrifice doesn't make you great. There is no glory in it, just heaviness. Beautiful realization, I would say. Thank you for sharing. Who else would, so I will ask everyone actually. So Shivpriya, what has been your takeaway for today, from today? Are you there? I'm putting it in chat box. Great. Sonal, what has been your takeaway? Okay. I think Sonal is not here. Mohit writes his takeaway. Gave me a confidence of having some more good feelings in me. Lovely. Thank you. Shreya, what has been your takeaway?
So I felt very loved in this last 1 hour, and that image is still with me. I mean, I think whenever I'll feel low, maybe I'll just recollect that image, and that would give me some support.
Bang
And
on.
no, but no, like literally, I thought I will forget it, but it's still there. And also coming to my family, so many things happened in recent years. But then when you asked me to think only about love and support, I was able to go back to that time when there was only love and support and nothing else. Matlab, no mixed
Wow.
feelings that time. So yeah, maybe for some time, because when I again came back, everything I was able to recollect everything in the last few years, and again it got I got sad with it. But yeah, those moments were very good when I just recollected the good
Yeah.
part.
And we don't forget these images. The moment you touch your heart, so you selected heart as your body part, right? You simply go to that body part, close your eyes, and have an intention of bringing that image, that healing image that you had. It will just show up. It will just show up. All we need is a loving intention and willingness to have support, have love. If you have that, the image will show up. It is there in your body, actually. It is there in your body. So when Mohit touches his left hand, he will simply be able to access it with sheer willingness and intention. That's all. Okay. So great. Thank you. It's so nice to know this. So Shivapriya says her takeaway is ancestors' love never ends. Thank you. There are my ancestors to support me, love me, and guide me. Always, Shivapriya. Always. Right? Always. You can have they have your back actually. Right? So thank you all of you for joining in, sharing your takeaways, being vulnerable, being willing. So thank you so much. Okay, looking forward to see all of you in the next session. And Vida, I will share the group link with you. You can join the group, the community connection with ancestors on WhatsApp.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
I will do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all of you.